depending on what kind of sales background you have, there's a very high likelihood that the more people you prospect, the more often you're going to hear this kind of thing. I don't have the money. If someone says to you, I don't have the money, okay, 3 steps, okay? Number 1, today's topic is what to say when a prospect says they don't have the money. You're out there and hopefully you believe in what you're offering. Now, if you don't believe in what you're offering, then me helping you overcome objections is just not going to work that well. If we don't believe in what we're offering, then kind of tough. Gonna be a tough road. You got to believe in your product, your service, your opportunity, whatever it is that you're offering. You do need to believe in that. And if you don't, then it may start there. You may have to go learn testimonials from your company. See, you don't have to be a product of the product. I like you to be. I like you to be, but you don't have to be. If you hear enough other stories of people getting benefit from the product, service, or opportunity, then you can rely on those. You can say, hey, I've met 100 people that had absolute life change from this product, service, or opportunity. I haven't yet, but 100 people have, so that's good enough for me. Fine, fine. Now, it's always, I think, better and more powerful if you're a product of the product, but you don't have to be. Because the truth is, like, think about, people that are selling, health and wellness, right? Health and wellness, or even weight loss. Well, guess what? Some people come in and they like the product, but they're already healthy and they may not experience some big transformation. And so does that mean they can't sell it? Even if 99 out of 100 get benefit from it? Well, they should be able to. And so you don't have to be a product of the product. Some people will say that. They'll use that as a reason. Well, I haven't experienced anything, but there's people all around them that have been risen from the dead, or okay, maybe not that serious, but they've reversed all kinds of conditions and things. And so you do whatever you need to do. You need to believe in the product, service, or opportunity. And I remember as soon as I don't believe in a product, service, or opportunity, I can't sell it. Even if I need money, I can't do it. And I've shared this example before, but once upon a time, I was 22 days a month on the road, Vegas, Chicago, Phoenix, Miami, LA, selling a $7,000 real estate education system to a cold audience in a 90-minute pitch. And I was just working my face off, traveling nonstop, living out of a suitcase. Tough. Those of you who envy traveling speakers, you don't actually know what it's like. It's not as glamorous as you think. And so I had come to find out that the company wasn't holding up its end of the bargain. I was going out there selling the thing, and then the company would handle support. Well, it come to my attention that they weren't doing a good job of that. People were emailing and calling into support, not getting answers. And so I'm like, man, this kind of sucks, right? And so I'm in this quandary. And I remember I'm in Arizona and I talked to this lady before I do the pitch, and she's probably 75, 78, something like that. And she's so kind and nice. And I had this thought, I hope she doesn't buy. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? And I'm like, why am I doing? And that was the last pitch I ever did. And I knew my entire world had fallen apart because the real estate crash. And I just went home to just go into foreclosure and be devastated. But I could not sell this thing I no longer believed in. And so some of you may be trying to sell something you no longer believe in. Maybe you don't believe in the leadership. Maybe you don't believe in the product or the service. I will warn you, one thing to be careful of: most people are momentum junkies and they completely lack vision. So they can't build a company that's not in momentum. You want to watch out for that. That's not a belief issue. That's a you needing pumped up issue. If you look at, like, I love Elon's story. Elon sells PayPal, goes all in on SpaceX and Tesla. He's literally paying his rent late. Like, he didn't have momentum. He had vision. And so momentum is awesome and momentum is great, but you shouldn't require momentum. You should require vision. But there's a difference. There's a difference between believing in the product, service, or opportunity that's not momentum, and believing in the product, service, or opportunity and requiring momentum. If you require momentum, you lack vision. It's easy to be pumped up when everything's in momentum. So I just want to give that kind of speech. I shared a story, I think, last week about this. And so step one, believe in what it is that you're offering. You got to do that. Okay. So now let's get right to the objection. So you do your presentation or you send someone a video, you follow up with them, whatever your sales cycle is. This is different, right? Realtors, like if you're on here and you're a realtor, I mean, you're probably not getting this kind of objection of I don't have the money, because hopefully you've kind of qualified them just to see what kind of house you can show them. But depending on what kind of sales background you have, there's a very high likelihood that the more people you prospect, the more often you're going to hear this kind of thing. I don't have the money. Okay. Here's the first thing to establish. There's two very important things. There's actually 3 steps in this process. If someone says to you, I don't have the money, okay, 3 steps. Okay. Number 1, see if they actually want it. Do they want it? Here's the best way to find that out. And so you just say, okay, I'm just curious, if you had the money, would you move forward? Because sometimes people throw the I don't have money out, and it's really a smoke screen. They don't want to hurt your feelings, but they think the product, service, or opportunity is stupid and they don't want to have anything to do with it. And so they'll say, I don't have the money, because they think you can't overcome that objection. So you need to figure that out. Is it that they actually like it and they do want it, they just genuinely lack the money? Or is it that they think it's the stupidest thing ever and they're just trying to let me down lightly, right? They're kind of like falling on their sword. I don't have the money. If only I had the money, right? And so you ask them, hey, I'm just curious, and it's totally okay. If you had the money, would you move forward? And you'll know by their response, because sometimes they'll say, nah, to be honest, no, I probably wouldn't. No. Unless they're like excited, like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I see the value here. Like, I actually would. But if they give you any other reason other than excitement, yeah, I actually would, then you know that they're using it as a smokescreen. Because I want you to remember that. Because some of you are trying to close people that have just been smokescreening you. They're just like blowing you off, and yet you're still trying to overcome the false objection they gave you. Like, stop it, move forward. Okay. So if they say, you know what? Nah, if I had the money, I wouldn't move forward. Okay, cool, no problem. Hey, do you know anyone that does want insert blank, right? Who does want the benefit of this, right? Hey, do you know anyone that does want to make some extra money? Do you know anyone that does want to save on travel? Do you know anyone that does want to lose weight? Do you know anyone that does want to pick up a great investment property? Whatever it is that you're selling, whatever the benefit is of the thing that you're selling. Okay. Now, what if they answer and they say, yeah, I would, like, I really see the value here. Like, I really would like it. Okay. So that's step 1. Step 2. All right. I just want to confirm. Are you saying you don't have X amount, like whatever the amount is, right? If it's $500, okay. Are you saying you don't have $500 in your bank account available on a credit card, in PayPal, Venmo, any of those sources? You just don't have that. Now, sometimes this will reveal a smokescreen in a different way, and they'll say, well, yeah, I have it. I just don't have extra. Okay. I don't have the money, and I don't see the value in buying this thing for the price you're offering. 2 different objections. You need to know which one. Which one are you battling? Are you battling they don't have the money? Or are you battling it's not worth it? Okay. Are you saying you don't have the money available in your bank account, on a credit card, having a PayPal, Venmo, whatever else you might use? Because you can always transfer that stuff. Maybe your company doesn't take Bitcoin or take Venmo, or you can always transfer that money. So your company may not accept Venmo, but you can always transfer that. Your company may not accept PayPal, but you can always transfer it. So we're asking these questions to see, okay, do they actually not have this amount of money? This will reveal, okay, are we fighting they don't have the money, or are we fighting the value? I just don't see the value in spending an extra X amount of money on this thing. Okay. And you'll branch off from there. Right. If it comes down to, well, I have the money, but I don't have the extra money. Okay, got it. So, I'm just curious, what would it be worth to you if you solved this problem we were talking about? What would it be worth to you if you solved this problem? If someone's being honest, if someone feels overweight and you ask them, what would it be worth to be in great shape? The answer is tens of thousands of dollars. That's the answer. People will get surgeries for tens of thousands of dollars to lose weight. So the answer of if someone wants to lose weight and getting and actually losing weight, the value is tens of thousands of dollars. Now they may not have the discipline to do it. They may not want to work out. They may not want to exercise. They may want to eat less. They may, and all that stuff. But if they actually got the result, it'd be worth tens of thousands of dollars. If it's a value thing, you're asking them, okay, cool. You mentioned that you wanted to have more security for retirement. What would that be worth to you? For some people, it'd be like, oh, everything. So if it's a value thing, then you go that route. But let's just assume you ask the question. Now, here's what's funny about this question. Are you saying you don't have it in your bank account, available on a credit card, in Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal? I've asked that question, and I've had multiple people answer, oh, you can use a credit card? It's like, yeah. What can't you use a credit card for? Like, I'm not selling lottery tickets here, right? I've had people say, oh, you could use a credit card? Yeah. And they're like, oh, let's do that. Great. See, some of you are hearing, I don't have the money. And you're like, oh, okay, well, let me know if you ever get it. Let me know if you get money at some point. When they had it available on a credit card all along. If you just asked more questions. A couple days ago on our new YouTube channel, we posted a video about just asking better questions. You got to ask better questions. All right. So let's say that they tell you, no, I do not have the money. I don't have it in my bank account. I don't have it under my bed. I don't have it in Bitcoin. I don't have it in XRP. I don't have it in PayPal, in Zelle, in Venmo. I don't have it in the backyard. I don't have it in my kid's piggy bank. I don't have it right? They don't have the money. All right. Here's step 3. Now you need to figure out, okay, now if you get to step 3, it means that if they have said yes to, if they had the money, they would move forward. You're not getting to step 3 if this isn't the case, because it doesn't make any sense. If someone says, if I say, if you had the money, would you move forward? And they say, no, I'm not getting to step 3. That should be obvious. I'm not even getting to step 2. I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to handle it differently. Okay. So step 3 is, now keep in mind, where are we at? What's the position? The position of the prospect is they've said they've consumed a video or presentation or whatever. They would like to buy. They don't have the money. They've told us this. Step 3 is, how far off are we? Okay, it's $1,100 to move forward. You've said to me you don't have $1,100 on your credit card, bank account, kids, piggy bank, whatever. Great. How far off are we? Because if you argue for the full amount, that assumes they have nothing. Like you're prospecting people on the street, like you're prospecting a homeless person or something. Well, they got some money, don't they? Something. Maybe they can rattle their purse or something. Maybe there's some change in there. Like I don't know how much, but there's been people on a $500 purchase that I did this process with, and it turns out they had $450. They needed $50 to move forward, and they wanted to move forward. So how far off are we establishes, okay, what are we trying to do here? How far off are we? Because you're almost never going to be arguing the full amount. They got some money. They got something. Maybe they got 200 or 300, whatever, right? They got something. How far off are we? And I've had people say, oh, I got 450. And I'll just ask the question. So at that point, it's all about helping them. How can we come up with the money? I ask them that. I've had people say, well, you know what? I need to pawn. I've been meaning to pawn some jewelry. I've been meaning to do a yard sale. I've had people do yard sales. I've had people sell their bicycles, their Xbox, their high school ring. I've had people sell past engagement rings, right? I've had people sell all kinds of stuff that wasn't making them money to get into an opportunity to make money. But see, the reason that most people, first of all, most people don't know these kind of questions to ask. But the second reason is you don't want to feel pushy or aggressive. You're not being pushy or aggressive. At any moment, they can stop you. At any moment, they can stop you, right? Hey, if you had the money, would you move forward? Nah, I think it sucks. Okay, great. I'm not going to move forward. You see what I'm saying? And so I've actually done it where I said, all right, pull out a piece of paper. And I want you to write at the top, 30 ways to come up with X, 30 ways to come up with the $100 I'm missing. And I'll say, okay, what are your ideas? And they'll write down as many as they can. Well, you got anything you could, sell on Facebook Marketplace? It's never been easier to sell stuff. Like eBay is a process. Most people have sold something on eBay. I have a 1,500 rating on eBay. I think I've sold over probably $250,000 on eBay over a million years. But it's a process. Facebook Marketplace, you take a picture, you upload it, someone comes to your house, picks it up. Anyone could do that. Crazy. If you really want to ramp up your sales, I am doing a workshop in September. September 19th is an optional dinner mastermind. September 20th is the Sales Evolution Workshop. from proven techniques to AI integration. I'm going to be showing you how to get massive amounts of leads and massive amounts of people so you can prospect them and talk to them about what it is that you sell, whether it's real estate, whether it's insurance, whether it's network marketing, whatever. You're going to be taken through an amazing workshop with myself and my good friend, Mark Harbert. We're going to show you what pieces of your sales process can be AI and what pieces should be you, but in a scalable and leverageable way. And it's going to blow your mind. And so if you'd like to learn more about this, you can go to higdongroup.com/evolution, higdongroup.com/evolution. And if you have teammates that struggle with this problem of people saying they don't have the money, share this with them. It'll help them. And so I hope this was helpful to you. I appreciate you so very much. God bless you and your family, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.